So I have a 2003 Dodge Ram. Problem I'm having is when I switch it from hot to cold, the blend door, there's two doors in there that flips it up and down. It blocks the heater core and then lets the heater core flow through. Well, there's a little flapper on the bottom and there's a flapper on the top, and you got this little actuator, this motor that changes the blend door from up and down. The actual, let me see if I can get a light on. So the actual groove where this little deal pops into the blend door, let me see, it's broken, if you can see that. See it in there? So you can see it's broken. So this shaft slides into that. So what you have to do on these trucks is, whenever basically what will happen is you won't have any heat. Your heater core, you flush it, it's good. You check it, it looks like it's moving, but if you look in there and you pop that deal off, it's actually broke. So if that top flapper can't move, then you won't get air to flow through the heater core. So I think normally what you have to do is you have to pull the whole dash out of the truck, pull the blower, the whole HVAC box out, and there's a couple different doors. There's one up here for your fresh air. This is for your heat control. This is to adjust from feet to defrost. And this one actually had broke. I mean, like 10 years ago it had broke, and I cut a hole and pulled the blend door out, and then literally just stuck the new blend door in there and then put duct tape, like actual like HVAC ducting tape over it, and it still works great. It can change from defrost to, like when I very first bought the truck, it was like 11 years ago, and that's worked great. So now that this one broke, instead of pulling everything apart, I think what I'm gonna do, see, I drilled this, I took a hole saw. It's like a 1-inch hole saw, or maybe 1.5 inches, and you have to be real careful because you can see where when I first drilled, I almost hit the heater core. I mean, like, I literally barely missed it. So you got to go as close to this where the box seals together, and you can drill it out, and you can actually see the blend door in there, and you can move it around. And what I'm gonna do, this one's really, really bad. So but instead of, I don't have time to order one, but I think what I'm gonna do is just take some JB Weld and put JB Weld on this shaft, slide it in there, and then JB Weld the blend door back to this. And I mean, it'll probably give me a few years. This whole thing needs to be taken out because my evaporator is actually clogged. I mean, I barely get any air out of here, so eventually it's gonna need to be taken out, but it's cold. I got to pick my kid up from school, so I'm just gonna JB Weld it, and we'll see if it works. All right, so I put the JB Weld on yesterday and came back today, and you have to be real careful not to get JB Weld on the actual box itself, because then you'll glue this little dealy mabob straight to this, and then it won't turn. But I'll show you. You can see it's moving now. It's so cold out here that the JB Weld I use actually really isn't even dry still. It's still kind of rubbery, but you can see it's working now. So this is at least a temporary fix. And then this little piece right here, I'll just put a piece of duct, this metallic duct seal tape on there. I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually JB Weld that or plastic weld it, and it would be, I mean, it'd be like brand new. But whenever you cut this hole, you can go based on my video right here, right where this turn is. If you take a I don't know, what's it, like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inch circle hole saw, and just do it just deep enough so you can bend this down, and that way you can grab the blend door with a pair of needle nose. and then just J-boot it on there. Eventually I'm going to rebuild this whole box, but you know, in a pinch you need hot air, and you don't have time to right now to pull the whole dash apart. This will get you by.